So this is a pair of shoes I didn't expect to like so much. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sneaker Circle. It is your boy Danny back with another review, and in today's video I am going to be going over the Bode, is how you pronounce it if I'm not mistaken. I've seen people say it's kind of like saying OD because the prices are crazy. So the Bode Nike Astro Grabbers, it is quite the interesting model. It's quite the interesting collaboration in general. And if you're not new to the channel, you'll notice I'm trying a whole new angle, a whole new format. Let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these out the box and let's get straight into this review. All right, so out the box, I'm gonna put these off to the side right here. It's a very, very crazy looking box. I'm gonna get into it for sure. So here we go, the Astro Grabbers, the Bode Nike, their first collaboration. And it's kind of crazy because Bode is a pretty new brand if you really think about it. They started in 2016. It's a woman owned and founded brand, but really dives deep into menswear. Crazy. She's been doing crazy things. The amount of awards that brand has won, crazy. Super significant when it comes to, I guess, what she's trying to do and the level she's achieving. So if you're not new to Bode, I'm saying it weird because I'm still unsure if that's the pronunciation, but Bode. If you're unsure about the brand Bode, it uses vintage textiles, vintage fabrics, and creates pretty sculpted and nice pieces for men. So in their first iteration, they did decide to grab an older model, the Nike Astro Grabber. This is a shoe that came out in the 70s. It was promoted all the way until I think the 80s, and then was eventually replaced with other shoes. You can kind of tell that Waffle sole right there. So if you've been collecting for a really long time, if you like Air Max, if you like a lot of shoes that use this type of sole, it's kind of interesting that like this model in the 70s was probably one of the first ones to do it. So what's really cool about this shoe is, I guess, it's something you won't see nowadays. You'll only see pairs from like the 80s and the 70s. And it's such an interesting aesthetic. It is like a super narrow looking shoe, kind of on par with what's really trending these days. I think a couple years ago it was very mule oriented, and mules are still very, very popular. I wear a pair daily, a pair of Boston Berks. Nowadays we're seeing more narrow looking shoes, so we're seeing like Sambas, even Pumas, a lot of shoes that are kind of like straight sole, very easy to wear. So there were two colors that released. This pair right here, which is that tan canvas colorway, and another colorway right here, which is that black colorway. Now I am looking for that black colorway. It's all leather, it looks phenomenal. And Bode really used really good materials when it came to these. I guess I can say Bode and Nike. So taking a look at the sneaker itself, we have an all canvas upper. You'll see it right there. And then we do have that black leather swoosh. Now that swoosh, very, very nice. Like the leather used on it's really nice, which is the reason I would want a black pair, because if the black pair has this leather everywhere, it's goated. And you'll notice on both pairs you'll have a bunch of charms. So it has like a football charm right here to throw back to its football aesthetics, because you'll see people like pictures from the 70s of them playing in these shoes. These were meant and promoted to really perform well on Astroturf, which is crazy to think. Astro Grabber's Astroturf. People were on a wave back then. Then on this shoe as well, we get a little sailing boat right there. On the right shoe, we do have other little monograms to look at. So we do have a lobster right there. Really, really dope. Little horse, and then an airplane. Now, again, if you're looking for a pair of these are little details that you might want to just know about. Now, this shoe also does have suede accents right here. Suede isn't the best, especially when you're comparing them to this. It is almost like a versatile suede. Like I think this suede is meant to like take a beating, and that's honestly a great thing to have on a pair of shoes. And I am noticing that for these canvas shoes, it always has this like similar canvas upper, but then it has this piping along the line here. You don't see that in the black pair if I'm remembering right, but you are seeing on this. You have the Bode branding right there on the actual tongue, and that's the case for both of them. You actually boop. Another cool little detail is that if you don't want to wear the charms, they did give you this little charm bag. It has the Bode branding. No Nike branding at all on here, which is cool. Again, you're thinking about a high designer brand. Usually pieces like this, like something stupid like this, could probably run you like $300. So just having it kind of associated with the shoe, super dope. Inside of the shoe, you also have, if I can get it in focus, Bode right there. And again, that like waffle sole is pretty crazy. Now looking at the shoe as well, all the inside is actually leather, so it's the same type of leather here, even though it feels a little more, I guess since it's like caved into the interior, it's a little more like wrinkly, it's a little more easier on the touch. It might be a thinner leather. This has a little bit more give to it. But again, if you don't like leather interior shoes because it's too hot or your feet get sweaty, that's something you should know about these. I personally don't mind it. I've always appreciated leather interiors, even though I live here in Florida, because like, yo, my socks don't slip. My feet aren't like gliding all over the place. To me, it's functionally like worth it. So the construction of the shoe is pretty basic. It's nothing far, like you're not gonna see a lot of tech on these. They are a model from the 70s. So I mean, that's something to consider. But one spot that Bode really won me over is not necessarily the shoes. I think the shoes are very nice. I think they're clean. If you're really looking for that type of aesthetic, then perfect. But the box they give it to you in, and I know there's a lot of people that are like, yo, you don't wear the boxes never matter. But for $160, they gave me this suede box. I'm all for it. This is my favorite aspect of the sneaker. And I guess it's a weird take to have, but yo, let's just look at it real quick. So on the whole outside of the box, it's the suede. You have a clear top and it's wrapped kind of like a present. Now, last year I was in Italy for a while and I did buy a couple things from Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Prada. This is something that these designer brands are really known for, their packaging. So I'm really glad it came through with this collaboration. They just didn't kind of ignore it or just give us like a cardboard box that was kind of like, eh. The top is plastic and see-through, so nothing special there. But I mean, like, look at the gold lettering on it. That's, I'm not gonna lie, that's one of my favorite details. So you have a lot of copyright information here. You have Nike in almost all aspects. You have that copyright right there. On the front, the tag is that simple Nike logo, but you do have Bode. And then just look at that like embossed gold swoosh right there. Like the details on these are crazy. If Bode and Nike decide to come out with a third pair and it's just this suede, I would be happy. This suede is better suede than you get on like Nike Dunks. It's such a crazy thing to say. This is just a box. So besides me being a little fanboy about the box, all in all, this is a solid collaboration on my end or in my book. Super, super, super nice. Now, when it comes to sizing, I will warn you, I got a 10.5 and I do wish I would have gone an 11. These for some reason fit, I guess since they're so narrow, they fit a little snug on the sides. Now, I can still wear these 10.5s, even though even Nike themselves said you should, or the recommendation was sizing up half a size. I honestly wish I did. I wish I would have gone for that 11, but sneakers blessed me with the 10.5 and I'm gonna rock with them. I'm gonna wear these. These are so dope. They're gonna be a perfect summer shoe. You're gonna be able to wear them down with almost any pant. Well, I wanna say any pant. My boy did recommend that you wear these kind of like Sambas, so I'm gonna throw these on, assuming they're kind of like Sambas. So current style is maybe not so baggy of pants, or even if you did, make sure they don't, you know, consume the sneaker like I usually like to wear. So again, sizing. If you want a pair of these, size up half. Unless you have a narrow foot by default, then just stick to the size you're comfortable with, you know? All in all, pretty hyped about these sneakers, pretty hyped about the packaging, the whole execution of the collaboration. Wonderful, just absolutely wonderful. To the point where I would say this sneaker and this release specifically is gonna be on my top list for sure. Maybe it's top 10, maybe it's top 5. I really want the black pair in, and I know a lot of people are kind of passing up on these. A lot of people are just gonna sleep on them. But in my opinion, these are fire. All right, so that's where I'm gonna end this video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking me out. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. If you're reoccurring to the channel, let me know. Is this worth it, or do you just want me to stick to like the overhead POVs? You let me know. You let me know. I'm just trying some different stuff out here. All right, I'm gonna throw these on feet and I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.